Good afternoon, it is Hiker Dude Dad. I am here in the office and I want to talk today about ticks. It is that time of year. Most of the time of year is that time of year, but especially now with things getting warmer in the spring, we need to talk about ticks and Lyme disease and everything else because I have just had a brush with ticks of my own. This morning I found a tick on me. All right, so here's the offender. This is a deer tick. They are very tiny. You can see it next to the tweezers there. Deer ticks are found all over Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is like ground zero for deer ticks and Lyme disease and everything else. One of the highest risk states. Deer ticks do not jump or fly. They hang out on the ends of grass or brush about 12 to 24 inches above the ground. And they reach out with their hooked legs and they just wait for something to come along and they hitch on for the ride. Usually it's white-tailed deer, but sometimes humans. Forgive me for reading, but I want to get all this stuff right. Lyme disease is a bacterial infection transmitted through the bite of infected deer ticks. They become infected by feeding on infected animals such as white-footed mice. The bacteria is transmitted to humans when an infected tick bites and remains attached for at least 36 hours. The one I found today has been attached for 4 to 5 days, unfortunately. Early symptoms of Lyme disease within 3 to 30 days. A bullseye rash at the bite site. I do not have that. Fever, don't have it. Headache, fatigue, joint pain, more than usual, I don't have. Later symptoms, weeks to months later, you can expect arthritis, maybe heart problems, and neurological issues such as a facial paralysis. Risk factors for Lyme disease: living in or visiting areas with high deer tick populations, especially in the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, and North Central regions of the United States. Pennsylvania, as I said, high risk tier. Another risk factor is spending time in the outdoors in wooded or grassy areas. I tend to do that a lot. And the final factor being bitten by a deer tick, which I, to my knowledge, never have until this week. My situation. I went hiking on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. Today is Sunday. So 4 to 5 days ago is when I was hiking. Tuesday I was out doing my birthday hike thing on at Chestnut Grove, and then the next day I was out with Cole. We were in Muddy Creek area, Muddy Creek Gorge over in York County. When I came home from each day, I did not do a comprehensive search of my body for ticks. I have only found a tick on my body once or twice, not even on my body, on my clothing, on the outside. I know a lot of people, a lot of hikers here in Pennsylvania who get them every time they go out. And maybe I started falling into the trap where I was thinking, okay, maybe there's a type, maybe there's certain pheromones, maybe a certain blood type or something that is attracting ticks. That was just in my head. Everybody's at risk when you go out. I mean, a tick can just clamp onto you whenever. I got up today. I went to go to the shower. I was checking myself out naked in front of the mirror, see how the weight loss is going, And I see this thing over here. It was, it was right here. So left side, about 2 ribs up. There, I can feel it actually. It is right where it was. I see it, it's like a dark spot. I didn't have my glasses on, dark spot, red around it. Look down, flick it a little bit. I'm like, what is this like growing out of me? I couldn't tell what it was. Yelled for Doc, hey, come on up, can you check this out? She walks into the bathroom like, what do you want me to look at? Look at this. And within like 0.8 seconds, she's like, oh, that's a tick. Within a few minutes, she gets the needle nose pliers, digs it out, puts it on the counter. She went to a Facebook group for deer tick identification, instantly realizes it's a deer tick. We took the really good pictures of it to ID it with. She put the specimen in a Ziploc bag with alcohol to save it. We were thinking about doing possible testing on that, but in Pennsylvania, according to the Department of Health, there's a lot that can go wrong with that. Either the tick tests negative for it and it's a false negative and you get Lyme anyway, or the tick tests positive for it, it's a false positive, you end up never getting it. There's a lot of variation there. The best thing to do is just treat for it, especially when the tick's been on that long. All right, so next steps, we found the engorged ear tick. There's no signs of Lyme yet. I feel fine. So she calls in a prescription for Doxycycline. Got it here. It's a prophylaxis, so a single dose can prevent Lyme from developing. If Lyme is presenting, you will need a longer dose. But with nothing presenting, a single dose, 200 milligrams, should do it. Straight from the CDC website, a single dose of doxycycline has been shown to reduce the frequency of Lyme disease after a high-risk tick bite and is safe for people of all ages, including young children. Consult your doctor first before you do anything. I mean, you can't get it without consulting with a doctor, but consult with your doctor first. There's a couple other things that you should worry about: pregnancy, lactation, all that. So right now I am going to take the cycle. I've got an empty stomach right now. I've got a lot of water here. The Doxy, small little pills. I'm gonna throw those down with a bunch of water here. All right. Cheers, here's to not getting Lyme disease. So how can we prevent getting a tick in the first place? Anytime you go out in tall grass, brush, along trails, use insect repellent containing picaridin on exposed skin. I have like a cream for that has the picaridin, or permethrin on clothing. Sawyer sells a great product. It is a spray-on permethrin. I use it every spring. I did not spray yet this year. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'll insert that video at the end here. I also did a video on this, I think last year or 2 years ago, about how to do that. I will link that above. The Sawyer usually lasts for like 6 washes, I think. So I just take all my hiking clothing down, do it all, and in about a month or 2, think about doing another dose. Another thing you can do is wear long pants. I always wear long pants hiking. I just don't like the grass and brush like rubbing my legs and everything. I wear lightweight long pants even in the summertime. Wear long sleeve shirts, closed toe shoes. Hiking boots take care of that. I spray the boots when you're in tick infested areas, which I'm just gonna say Pennsylvania. The other day I did all of these steps. I had 2 shirts on. The inside shirt was tucked in. The outside shirt is untucked. So I think that creates like a maze of layers, but it's sealed off, tucked in, belt. Somehow it was still inside 2 shirts. Somehow. It probably latched onto me on the outside, maybe went up my leg or like down the back of my neck or something. And over the course of a couple of days, somehow they're ninjas. They're sneaky and crawled to that spot and latched on. Check for ticks regularly. Anytime you go out in the woods, you come home, it's shower time, check for ticks. Have somebody check you, whatever you can do. I've seen so few ticks on me that I just like rarely do this anymore, and that's not good. Having that good luck so far has probably made me relax my guard, and that is bad. Now I am on high alert from here on out. If you find a tick, promptly remove it carefully. If it's latched on, you don't want its head to stay embedded. So needle nose pliers to kind of get in there between its pinchers and lift it out is the best thing you can do. We had it out within 5 minutes of me finding it today. Unfortunately, it was in there for 4 or 5 days. Let's gather up all my hiking clothes. Let's go outside. Let's spray. I'll show you what's up. I soak these clothes in it, and those are going to be my choices, for the rest of the spring here when I go out. So let's head outside and do that. All right, so we've got the garage set up. I hung a couple clotheslines here. I usually do this outside, but it's pretty windy. I do have a door open to kind of ventilate a little bit. The smell wears on you every once in a while, but it's not awful. So I've got hiking pants, I've got socks, I've got my hat. Down the floor, I've got boots and more socks. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start spraying, and I'm just gonna stretch everything out and kind of gonna give it a real good soaking. Especially here up around the waist. Go down the legs. I just want to keep them completely off me. Especially down around the ankles where they can come in. And I'm just going to soak them. Like, I really want this stuff to soak in. Socks, and it's going to get like the top around the ankles here, Come back with the pants on the waistbands. And then really kind of soak around the ankles. Again, most ticks are hanging out where, 12 to 24 inches off the ground. The hat here, I'm just going to soak it everywhere. On the outside, visor, and just under the visor a little, around the ears. Okay, I'll go back to those in a bit. Down here, just going to spray the whole boot, especially up around the ankles, around the tongue. Get the other side here. Again, let it soak into the fabric here around the tongue and everything. Keep these suckers out. Bless these while we're here. Again, the socks will be in my boots, so I'm just trying to get up around the ankles. Starting to wear down on my bottle here, starting to get empty. I've got 3 more bottles over there. I'm going to go take the top off one. I'm going to pour the remnants of this bottle into that bottle, put the sprayer on, and continue. No wasted Sawyer. And I'm going to go back and do all these. After I'm done, while these are still hanging, I'm going to go around and do the back sides also. Again, this should last for like 6 washes. Got everything in the front, coming around doing the back sides now. Got some of my boat pants, kayaking pants here. Back to some hikers. All right, man, so that's how you spray it down. I've still got 2 more pairs of pants. I need to figure out where to hang those. Maybe tomorrow when it's dry, I'll do those. Bring down a bunch of shirts also. Some of my hooded sun shirts that I wear for kayaking. Yeah, I'll probably do my backpack also. You can do tents with this, hammocks. Hey, hope I wasn't too preachy, but this was my close call with this. This happened, and I just feel the urge to pass it on to everybody. Hopefully this helps everybody out there. Be careful. Look for ticks. Check yourself out after you're done. And it shouldn't be too big of a deal if you do find it early and get it off of you. If you like videos like this or regular hiking videos, please like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Be careful out there. We'll see you next time.